So I guess Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is going viral again with another uh, male celebrity with a lot of kids, right? And she was on Nick Cannon's show not too long ago. So I guess this particular clip is going viral. I don't know why. I haven't seen the video yet. This is a live reaction. But according to the comment section, it's Nick Cannon bad. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is brilliant. Men bad and women good in Jesus Christ and all that. Anyways, let's take a listen.
And pray on certain things because I'm a man,
right? But not all men do that. We don't want to blanket
all men. And
all men do not pray and manipulate. Not all men.
First of all humans pray and manipulate, but in a man in a relationship,
not in a praying way.
If I see that I can say, okay, I feel like I need this, and this person has this, I'm gonna do and say whatever I need to do to get that.
But Nick, again. Law of attraction. We attract who we are, despite of who we think we are. You use the word, you said women who are equally yoked to you.
Yeah.
Equally yoked comes in many different facets.
100%. Balance, if anything.
They have been equally yoked to your low functioning dysfunction that you have learned to survive in.
Because I use my tools to, because first of all, you're acting as if I'm entering every scenario with the full me. And we all, every time someone meets someone, you're meeting their representative. I know how to turn on the perfect man.
Depending
and so therefore I may have manipulated a situation. And therefore, so it's to no discredit to anyone else. But I'll come into every situation. I can be God-fearing, celibate, the one that you want. I can tell you everything that you want in a man and show you that. I can open the doors, lay down the cloak, send the jet, do it all to be like, oh my goodness. I've never. And then Toxic Nick shows up and you're like, this motherfucker got me.
No, but
he done gave me the draws and I ain't heard from him in 3 weeks.
What you said is perfect. No, what you said is perfect because you named all of the low functioning, superficial things that a low functioning woman would fall into.
Church, women, that ain't low functioning.
Baby, any woman, any woman or man,
or the mosque,
any person who's done the work, who gained a sense of self, who's worked on their pain pockets, who's worked on their trauma,
are still going to be vulnerable.
They're going to be vulnerable.
They're going to yearn. And late at night when you're sleeping.
Fair use, by the way, if I didn't say so already.
Alone, I wish I had a strong man.
They're going to be imperfect, but that person would want a strong, healthy, functioning man, not a low functioning man.
A nigga with some good hands,
not a low functioning man. No, that's what I'm saying is the difference. But
every woman, you can't sit here and say that.
But you're speaking from your experience, which makes it better.
I'm saying
because your experience of these women is that they fall short for a jet and a good meal and a good man who says he goes to church.
Strong hands.
A high and let me go further, and probably a big penis. But okay, so let me go. But again, a high functioning. I'm not even talking about value. A high functioning woman who's done the work. Who's done the work?
I'm trying to hear what this high functioning woman is.
But a high functioning woman, you cannot send a jet and be toxic.
Okay, so I guess that's the part because I'm not even gonna lie. The first couple seconds, I'm sorry, like the first 40 seconds that I've been hearing of this, they haven't been really talking about nothing. I don't even know how people could come with a conclusion from this, but I guess now we're getting to the important part.
And she will go on the
She don't know I'm toxic yet.
A high functioning woman wouldn't even attract you, baby. Because it's law of attraction. Stick with me. Just stick with me.
Please explain this.
Regulate your emotions and stick with me. Regulate your emotions and stick with me. Listen, what is law of attraction? We attract who we are despite who we think we are.
Absolutely.
Think we are.
Absolutely.
Okay. So a high functioning woman is not going to attract by default. By her calibration, she's not attracting a man who is not perfect. The man has got all kinds of mess. So does she. But when it comes to the level of her calibration and functioning and mental health and doing the work, she's going to attract that at which she is, that at what she leads with. So let me say this. Do I get on private jets that I pay for myself? Absolutely. Have I had a man do a wonderful, beautiful things for me? Absolutely. Have I had rocks and this and caught off weddings? Of course. But let me say this.
Dude, what is it with BWs and them bragging about them calling off engagements and weddings and shit and all that, man? What in the entire hell is that all about? But anyways, let's keep this going.
Prior to me doing the work and being a high functioning woman, I attracted low functioning men.
So you say you're a high functioning woman?
Well, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, despite all of her quote unquote achievements, according to her definition, I think she would still qualify as a low functioning woman, especially at the age of 43, and you still have no husband. Anyways, let's keep it going.
No, that's not what I said. I said prior to me doing the work and becoming a high functioning woman, my low functioning self.
But that's the thing. This is the thing. I am a high functioning woman. I'm a high value according to who? To yourself? If I told you Nah, I'm not gonna bring that example up. But it's not. It's almost the same thing. If you're calling yourself an alpha male, like you're just I'm an alpha male, I'm this. It's like it's cringe. It's not a matter of what you because who you are is gonna be. You're not even if if you are what you think you are or what you proclaim yourself to be. You don't even have to proclaim it. Do you think? Do you think Messi? Do you think Lionel Messi, when he comes in, he doesn't have to tell people he's the greatest. Everybody does it for him, right? This is why Messi gets even more plaudits because of his humbleness and his greatness is so great on the soccer field / football field for my non-American listeners. His greatness is so much so he doesn't have to tell you that he's great. This is why he gets even more plaudits than he should have because he's so great and he literally walks in the room. He doesn't have to say anything. His play speaks for himself. So I don't think if you're calling yourself a high functioning woman, or was it a high value woman or a high value man or an alpha male? I don't. It's cringe, in my opinion.
Attracted low functioning men. Hold on. You know why I attracted them? Because I needed low functioning to feed low functioning. Okay. Hold on. A low functioning man cannot feed a high functioning woman, and a low functioning woman can't feed a high functioning man. And so what I'm telling you is there is no equally yoked there.
Manipulative.
So I'll say this to almost wrap this up because I don't have much to say about this because there was some things in there, but it was a whole lot of nothings as well. But I'll say this because I don't want to go through the whole thing. I didn't know the clip was going to be that long, but still analyzing the clip, I'm not even how do I say this? Motivated to go through the clip and break it down, but I will summarize it for you. According to her definition of low functioning, high functioning, this low frequency vibrations. Y'all know where I got that from? Nah, never mind. But vibrations. Vibrations. Anyways, according to her definition of all this stuff, wouldn't that mean that all single mammies are low functioning? I'm just saying, like, what did that, according to her definition about how if you're a high functioning man, you will attract a high functioning woman. If you're low functioning woman, you'll attract a lower functioning man, et cetera, vice versa, and all that. I'm like, well, fine, I'll give you that. But according to that definition, that means all single mammies are low functioning women. All the women that have said that their exes are narcissists themselves. So technically, she's saying the same things that I'm saying, but in a different way. Now, when it comes to what high functioning or high value man or what she's coming up with these terms, high functioning, but we already know what that means. we already know what that means. It's about the money. So according to her, if you're a decent looking black dude and you or whatever, if you're a decent looking dude and you got a whole lot of money, then according to her, you are a high functioning man, right? Now the thing is, when you're a guy with means, because we already know, because I did a stream last night regarding this particular interview. There was a clip, and I showed you what Dr. Cheyenne Bryant Cheyenne Bryant, when Nick Cannon asked, "What kind of man are you looking for?" and she described a man that does not exist. So she calls herself a high functioning woman, but she doesn't even know really what a high functioning man is. So they come up with these are high value man, high function, high what's it? High functioning man and man with ambition. These are all code words that older women use for men that have means, or men that have means, basically money, fame, or status, right? But particularly means and status. You know what I'm saying? So with this, she doesn't even know what a high functioning man is or what she would consider a man with value. So let me educate this woman here. When it comes to a quote unquote high functioning male like a Nick Cannon, because I don't think she won't admit it, or maybe she did say that Nick Cannon qualifies as a high functioning male, right? Guys like a Nick Cannon are going to attract all types of 304s, all types of women from all scales, all ranges, all walks of life. because he has means. Guys with means can get with any woman, any low functioning, high functioning, whatever terms you want to use. Men and women are not the same. We keep trying to, well, okay, like I said, even though Oprah, like Corey Holcomb likes to use that example, she said Oprah has a whole lot of money, and even she can't get the men that she really wants, even when she was younger, because men and women, when we're looking for what we're looking for dating or mating wise or marriage wise, it's two completely different things. It's night and day. Now, you could be an 82-year-old dude with, I'm talking about low functioning, whatever. I'm talking about ED. You can't even get an erection, but he got means. He can get with any woman as he so pleased at damn near in any age, unfortunately, as well. So this whole thing about that's what I think that's where Nick Cannon's frustration is coming in, because he's trying. I guess he's trying to say that, look, I'm the so-called high functioning man, but I can literally get with any broad that claims to be high functioning themselves. You know what I mean? Like, because when it comes to women being high function, low function, I don't think there's really a set value, because men and women are so different. You know what I mean? So that's like, I don't even believe in the term high value women. I don't believe in that. It's just a woman, right? Because a man will accomplish everything in his life, and he'll look at a barista at Starbucks and fall in love and be like, I can save her, right? A man will literally change a woman's whole life. I'm talking about a woman that comes from nothing. It will change her whole life. There's really nothing that a woman of means can do for any man, because at the end of the day, she's looking for a man to provide for her. And I will show this, because I will do a separate show on Dr. I'm gonna say her name messed up from now on. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I'm gonna do that on purpose. But I'm gonna do a separate episode on her and highlighting a particular clip from this particular interview, right? Where Nick Cannon is going to ask her, what kind of man are you looking for? And she's going to describe a man that does not exist. This is why Nick Cannon is frustrated with her. But let's look at the normie comments. High functioning woman wouldn't even attract you. Mariah was the only woman he couldn't manipulate. Well, he smashed and put kids in her. So, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even have to pay child support for the broad. So I'm not going to consider that a loss. Like I said, Nick Cannon can be with all types of ranges of 304s in women. So what is a so-called high functioning woman? What is that? There's no such thing. Or a high value woman. There's no such thing. Anyways, that just basically proved my point. They said her level of patience should be absolutely studied. Woo! He said this is when a person listens to response and not listen to understands. That's rich coming from a woman. He said Nick been corny. His spirit was so bothered by her intelligence. He's definitely low functioning. Look how he says all men prey on women. That's not what he said. Oh Lord, Jesus. Oh man, bro. I don't know. I'm really tired of hearing women say ridiculous things, or just people in general. Like, I had like a dude. You be having dudes in the comments, people that I know. It's like people that I know saying that Cam is creating broken homes. And respectfully, I'm sorry. No, he's not. They're saying Cam Newton is creating broken homes, and I'm like, no, he's not. The women are. It's her body, her choice, right? It's always my body, my choice until a millionaire comes along, and then all of a sudden they acted like they put some magic dust in their eyes and whatever, and they're just manipulating these broads into having their babies. No, they're choosing to become baby mothers because they rather be that to a quote unquote high functioning or high value man. They'll accept the role of concubine or mistress. They rather be. He said, Nick needs therapy. This exchange is awful. I'm pretty sure Nick has been to therapy. And no, I'm first of all, Nick is the type of dude that will fall for the sauce. And by the way, Nick Cannon is a very nice guy. That's the stuff I be seeing women talk about the dudes nowadays. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Men should have never eased off, because the stuff that I hear women talk about certain men, I'll be like, these dudes are very nice people. These are very benevolent people. But anyways, Somebody said, oh, here we go. So she said, I'd rather mop the ocean than let this man impregnate me. I doubt it. But let's say, okay, we'll take your word for it. You won't. But Nick Cannon literally has a whole line of women. I'm talking about, lines of women that will abandon all their belief to be baby mama number 15. I'm telling you, this is how women are. This is what, so you have a woman coming on the show talking about, no, you're low functioning. This is low functioning behavior, but I'm a high functioning woman. And I did the niggas with means don't want to hear that ish because they're literally, they have access to literally all types of women. The more money you make as a man, or the more in status or fame you gain as a man, the wider of the variety of the women that you can literally choose from. Now, as a woman, the higher your status or your money goes, the lower pool of men that you want to choose from. This is how it works. This is why there's no such, like, men and women. We're not men and women are not the same. Men and women are not the same. I don't know why people can't, accept